introduction. We're super excited to have on hosting tonight's Super Sunday call, an amazing leader in Europe. He's one of the pioneers of the European market. He has been in the business for 23 years. His background is as a tennis coach and an entrepreneur. He has a wealth of experience and knowledge in the network marketing industry, and especially in Nu Skin, given his 23 years experience. He's earned way more than $1 million in commissions with Nu Skin, and he's a presidential director. So please, all welcome Niklas Österberg.
Good evening. Good evening, good evening. Thank you for the introduction, Tom. As I always say, the only difference between me and you guys are a few years of hard work. If you just started, so yeah, I started 23 years ago, so you're a little bit behind, but what's happening right now, you can catch up very, very, very quick. And I see this time after time after time, when some of you cracking the code, and what I did in 10, 12 years, some of you have been doing in 2-3 years, and it's what we will see more and more when we see what's happening now around the world, that it doesn't need to take very long time to really have success. And that's the topic of the night. Are you ready? Are you ready for success? And I will tell you some stories around this, so you understand why I want you to be prepared, if that's what you want. I suppose you tune in Sunday night here, so I suppose that you have some kind of burning desire to do something about this opportunity. And so I will give you some ideas from my own experience for this 23 years, because that's the only thing I can come with, you know. And I think it's very important when you listen to your uplines that they are talking from their own experience. It's not like you go to a guru somewhere and the guru is charging 10,000 for a weekend, and but does he really talk from his own experience or from a lot of books he read? Think about that. Every person talking on these Sundays and from OTD on stage everywhere, they are people who have been doing the work so they can stand there on stage. So think about that. It's different concept. And you know, so it will take maybe half an hour. So please be ready, make some notes, because the idea of these Sunday calls is not for you to absorb and then, you know, not use it. The idea of all the messages you get from different leaders is really to use that to teach others, to help others to be successful. Because if you keep the information from everyone, you keep it for yourself and not spread it further, then it stops. And that's not the idea, you know. I normally have this when I have the calls. This is like, this is a baton. When you run a relay, 100 meters or 400 meters relay, you run and then you give this baton to the next runner. And this is what this business is about. And if you're good in this business, if you're successful in this business, it's when you can give this baton to as many people as possible. If you keep the information, you don't duplicate what you learn and what we do in this concept, then you stop the duplication, you stop the relay. Okay, it stops there. That's it. And the idea of these calls and everything we do is for you to understand, yes, you learn something, you practice it, and then you teach to others. That's how it goes, you know. Information, you do it, you practice, and then you go on. Anyway, so yeah, I'm very excited. Tomorrow, my favorite product will be launched, TR30. TR30. That's I've been waiting many years now to have, instead of TR90, a 30-day kit, because I know it's fantastic. I've been doing this program for many times, but normally only 30 days. Okay. And then I get fed up, but I have a result every time. And so I'm very excited about this product tomorrow. And tomorrow's call, the European call, I will talk about that and how important it is for you guys to use, for some people, not for everyone, but for some people, to bring in more men in the business, to bring in another category of people, because in 1 month we will have the most amazing shake, and then the whole year and also next year, the company is focusing to balance it up between men and women in this business. Okay, when I started 23 years ago, it was probably 80% men. Okay, not good. But there were men with business background. Everyone wanted to take market shares. It was 80% men. That was not good. It was not healthy. And then more and more and more and more. And must say 2010, it was 50-50. And that's very unique in a network marketing company when it's about personal care and supplements, that we had until 2010, maybe even 2011, we had a 50-50. And the last couple of years, it's now maybe in different countries, yeah, different from different countries. I'm Swedish, so in Sweden there's maybe 80-20, and the UK, I think it's maybe 90-10. And that's not, you know, then we miss a big category of people like me or Tom and Rick and so on, who really wants to do this business. Because there are men also out there who wants to be, you know, successful and doing an enormous business. So think about that. It's important for you to have always, you know, the GPS, you focus on what you do, but always have an open mind for other categories as well. Anyway, so yeah, I went back. I saw this, one of my tennis students, I had a tennis school in Luxembourg, and one of my tennis students invited me. And I said directly, you know, this is what I will do the rest of my life. Everything I was looking for, I found in this concept. And I found even more things which I didn't know was possible. I didn't know that some things I have been having right now and so on, I didn't know that that was possible with this concept. And you have to explore this. This is a lifestyle company. Whatever lifestyle you want, you can create. That is the founder's biggest goal, is to create a Nu Skin as a lifestyle company for us. Whatever lifestyle you want, you can create. First, hard work, 5, 10, 15 years, whatever. But after that, you can have the most amazing lifestyle. It doesn't come from, you know, trying out. It's coming from being committed for many, many years. And this is a little bit also one thing I would like to say now. When I went back to Sweden 23 years ago, I felt very lonely. I was alone. Sweden was not open. So the only way for me to get products to work with was to take a bus down to one of the warehouses. I normally bought a car. I took the car, filled the car with some products, and I was driving up to Sweden. And then I worked with the products a little bit. I sold the car, jumped on a bus, Eurobus, still around, down to 15 different stops on the way down to Luxembourg. I bought a car, took 3-4 days, filled up the car with some products, either from Eschborn in the Frankfurt office or in Brussels. And then I was driving up to Sweden. That's how I started. And I couldn't find, it was very hard for me in the beginning to find committed people. I found a lot of people who say, I'm interested. I'm really interested in class. And I thought, wow, this is really working. I'm interested. Gina Barkiman, please sit up or don't lay down, you know. If you have corona, you can lay down. If you lay down, you switch off the phone, because this is business now, guys, okay? Be ready. Anyway, so I found a lot of people who are interested, but very few people who are committed. And I didn't understand that in the beginning. And that's my one message to you guys. Are you interested to do something about this opportunity, or are you committed? It's something you need to, you know, decide tonight. You have to decide tonight if you are interested or committed. It's a big difference. Almost the same, maybe you think, but it's up here. It's a big difference. And for the first 2, 3, 4 years, I had a lot of interest, but very few people took the extra step, did this extra, which is necessary. And I felt very lonely. I felt very, very lonely. Luckily, you guys have plenty of people right now in Europe. Plenty of people maybe in your city or in your region who are doing this business. We have webinars. Talk about a power week. this week now, all of you. Monday full of meetings, Tuesday full of meetings, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we have a fast start training on Saturday. Okay? Not everyone lives in UK, but you speak English because you understand me. You can connect to this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and every day you get more and more interest, more and more interest, more and more interest. You sign up a few people. You maybe have a partner who sign up someone, and Saturday you have the most amazing fast start training. That is a power week. I wish I had that when I started. I wish I had that possibility to tell one of my interested people, look, we have this now every day, and on Saturday you can tune in for free and learn from the best in the industry how we can make something special out of this opportunity. This is a power week. I've never seen a better week for you to start really tonight, make a plan, invite, and then have a fantastic Saturday. So talk about a power week. Anyway, okay, we are in crisis now, okay? But not for everyone. I learned something from a speaker, an American speaker. I have a CD, and I'm listening to it a lot. And he says, in situations like this, it's the same win for all of us. It's the same win for all of us. But it's about how we set the sail. Listen to this. It's the same win for us. It's about how we set the sail. It's true, yeah? We can't do anything about this. This win now, this crisis we're in, is for everyone. Even if you are super rich, you are in the same crisis. Even if, you know, it's the same win. It's about how you, me, everyone are setting the sail. And we are setting the sail in a fantastic way. So you can, during this crisis now, take a huge advantage of this. Because you know, and you are on the way to set the sail and have success. Because I know when we come after the summer, September, October, November, we will go through another explosion here in Europe, wherever you are. We will have a hyper growth, we call it in business, hyper growth. And you want to be ready. You want to be ready for that. And it starts already tomorrow. It starts already tomorrow. If you don't have guests, tune in, learn some, you know, I'm tuning in as much as I can because I'm learning from each speaker. Then I use it when I talk to people, when I invite people. Anyway, so after the summer, we will have something called a hypergrowth thing, and I'm coming to that soon. But what do we do now? Why is this is important for us now to understand that this is my third big crisis since I started. Big. And between these big ones, some small ones. Okay? So I see, and I strongly believe that unfortunately, every 8 to 10 years, we will have a mega crash. 2002, 2003, before that, everyone thought if they were online, they did something with the World Wide Web, they would have success. And people invested, and they invested their houses in stocks, and all the companies were billion-dollar companies all of a sudden, you know, and all from one day to another, it was like making a hole of a balloon, bang, and the internet crashed, and people all over the world lost houses, and they lost all their savings, and people who are retired had to go back to work. It was the most amazing crisis. Okay. Then around 8-9 years later, we have the big finance crisis around the world. Before that, everyone can borrow, you can invest, you can borrow. You didn't know to show anything to banks. You can borrow for a house, you can borrow for a yacht, you can borrow for everything. And all of a sudden you realize, wow, there is no money left. And there was a big crash. And people all around the world lost their money again. Okay? Now we have a different crisis. This is a crisis which no one really can, you know, prepare for. Okay? We can't prepare for this. We can set the sales. We can set the sales, but we can't prepare for this. But the good thing is we can prepare for the next thing. And this is why we will have an explosion now in the next 5-6 months, because there are a lot of people out there who realize I need to play safe in the future. One income stream is not enough. I need to have a second income stream, a third income stream, because to only put all the trust in one basket, all the eggs in one basket, is not good enough. So people will understand this. I heard a couple of days ago that right now, only in Germany so far was 2 million new internet shoppers. Okay, they say now that already after 6 weeks, they have the amount of internet shoppers like they thought they would have around 2035. Okay, 15 years ahead. Okay, in 3 weeks, this creates so many new people on the internet, which they thought, all the economic companies out there thought this is the amount who will shop on internet 2035. And it happened in 3 weeks. So what happens is, yes, the people who have their own shops, they have their own hair salons, they have their they will go back after this, but they will realize it's much less consumption, because people now are changing the way how they shop. Okay, this is what we are doing right now. Your neighbor, your parents, maybe your cousins who never did anything on the internet, all of a sudden, oh, I will buy my food on the internet, I will buy my shoes, because it's still up and running. So all this are changing millions and millions of people's ways to do shopping in the future. So all these shops we have on the high streets and in the villages and so on, yes, they will open in a couple of months, hopefully, but with maybe 30-40% less incomes. So what happens with these people? They will look for other opportunities. And there we have the most amazing opportunity for people. This is absolutely the most amazing opportunity we can offer people, to have a gig or a full-time. Think about that. We don't tell everyone you need to go full-time. No. Many of you are doing this part-time. Maybe 5, 10, 15. Okay, now you do maybe 30, 40, 50 hours a week, which, golden opportunity. But in normal situation, maybe you only spend 5, 10 hours. So a lot of people out there will look for opportunities where they can still run their shops. They know it's tough. They know that they lost a lot of customers because these customers are buying now on the internet, and they need to build something up on the side. And there you come. There you come and say, you don't need to invest anything. You don't need to have a stock. You only need to connect customers and happy partners to the company, and the company is doing the rest. We are only the spokespeople. We talk about it. We use the products. We talk about it, and we build our structure. And people say, it's too good to be true. And it is, guys. This opportunity is too good to be true. Because everything a real businessman or woman are looking for is this kind of concept. You can talk it hundreds. Say, I would like to have it on the internet. I would like to have a strong partner. I would like to be in the new economy. I would absolutely be in consumption. Every person now are looking for business with consumption, because they know consumption means people are coming back. People are coming back. People are coming back. I want to work in health and beauty because that's booming and will boom, not for another year or two. For many, many, many years, people will spend more and more and more money in our category. There's no end of this. There's no end of customers in this field we are. So create a happy end consumers. That I learned 23 years ago. My first training, I remember, Niklas, this business is about creating lifetime loyal customers, he said. So, yeah, That's what I have been doing with my tennis school. I had the same clients, plus more, of course, during my 5 years, because they came back and came back because I did a good service. They loved my coaching. And this is the same. I learned at my first training. Niklas, if you want to be successful in this business, you have to create lifetime loyal customers. That was tough in the beginning. But then when the ADR program came, wow, ADR. It was like, whew, could breathe for the first time in many, many years. All of a sudden, I could tell all my customers, guys, I can give you much better price. You get the products delivered to your home. You can change whenever you want. And you get product points. So every 2, 3, 4 months, whatever, you have maybe 100, 200 euros to buy free products for. That was for us who started without ADR, was like, wow. So all my customers, not all, but a big bunch of my customers who love the products, they are still my customers, they have now ADR. And that's something you should focus on if you want to have now a nice platform so you can concentrate on building your business in the next years to come. Because it will be a ride of your lifetime now. This will be the most amazing time. I reckon September, October, we will have the most explosion here in Europe. People will go crazy because we have something people want to have. So what is an S-curve, so you understand? I made a couple of sketches here. You know, you start here. That's when you start. Okay, you start here. Now I'm talking about your S-curve. Okay, you want to reach here. This is the where you can breathe a little bit. You can clap your say good work. Okay, you can cruise. You can cruise a little bit. But when you start, you're down here, and you need to reach momentum here. Okay, because to come up this hill without momentum is not fun. You know, it's like you can start to have a big stone, and then you need to have momentum to roll this stone up the hill. It's the same in this business. You need a momentum. Momentum for you is to have 15, 17 committed people, not interested people. Don't count the interested people until they are committed. And commitment is different. Committed people is what you're looking for. 15, 17. Then you are here, and then you will have your first growth. And you will say, wow, it was worth it. It was worth all these calls, all these webinars, all this training, It was worth it. And you will have goosebumps, okay? That's when you come here. But if you don't have these 15, 17 people committed, you will stay down here, which is fine. But it's worth it. It's worth it 100 times if you build a team. And I'm talking 57. Doesn't need to be on your front line now. No. Can be on your second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th level. It doesn't really matter where these committed people are. Can't have 15 on the front. Okay? But there's another training, how to find these strong people driving the lines. And I hope that you know that training. Anyway, so then you will come up here, and then you can cruise a little bit. Then all the companies who goes through this, Apple, you do this the whole time. Car makers like Audi, Nike, all these big corporations are working on S-curves, okay? Here, introduction, they call it. We introduce something, you know, we start to promote something. It can be a new car. And then they launch a couple of models, and then all of a sudden everyone talks about this car, and then then they sell massive amount of this car, and then it flattens out because the interest is gone, okay? What happens then with all these billion-dollar huge companies? They come with a second S-curve, okay? I don't know if you see. Then the second S-curve comes, and then the third. So now I talk from my own experience, and there are a lot of people in this group who have their own experience. But I talk from my own experience. I had the first 15, 17 people when the scanner came, okay? And I had my first, then it flattened out a little bit, and then the H-lock came, okay? H-lock, especially the elements and the galvanic, and I had my second S-curve. And then it flattens out a little bit, This is my story now, flatten out a little bit. And then came 4 years ago, we started and we felt now next S-curve will come. And it came, there was the social media S-curve, okay? Now I feel the same. And all these things I have been watching before are now coming, okay? And I know, as I said to you guys, end of the summer, beginning of autumn, we will have the next S-curve. And you have now, okay, there's only 4 days left of this month. We have a fantastic 4 week. May, say May, whole May, June, July, August, even September. You have 5 fantastic months to prepare your group now for this explosion will happen after the summer. The company is coming with amazing products to help us. And for me, focus now is the boost in March. Okay, the boost in March. You want to have as big as possible team now, building up. Okay, you are with this curve now coming after the summer, and you work hard and you find these committed people. You are giving the baton to other, okay, and they start to be independent from you, and it grows and grows. And then in March, when this amazing boost coming, you will have goosebumps the rest of your life. Promise you, I have goosebumps the rest of my life since 2010. I can't believe how lucky I am. I can't believe that one of my tennis students invited me to have a look at this as 23 years ago. I can't believe it. It is like winning the biggest fat lottery win. That is what you are offered and what you offer to people. The most amazing chance to win a lottery. The difference is here we need to do the hard work. But what you can get out of this is on another planet. This is absolutely on another planet. There is no better opportunity out there today. Starting from scratch, you don't need to know any experience. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to have. The only thing you need to do, having a burning desire to do something. That's the only thing you put to the table. And being coachable. Being coachable. Listen to leaders and learn from them. Practice what they teach you, and then you find the people who are clever enough to understand, yes, I want to take the baton from you, and I go on and I go on and I go on. That's what we are doing in this business. We cracked the code. I don't know, but last year, 2019, was not the best year in Europe, in the world, because we totally changed the compensation plan. But we cracked the code now. Since 5-6 months, we are growing like crazy again. Not the hyper here, but we are growing, okay? The first little section of an S. We are there now. We cracked the code. The code is very simple. 2, 4, 6, great. That's what we cracked. Now it's the last week of the month, guys. And the first week of next month, the first week starts on Friday. That's where we crack the code. People who really want to be involved and do something big out of this, start already on Friday to build for the first week of minimum 2 blocks. And then 4 blocks a second, and 6 and 8. That is how we crack the code. What products you use, up to you. Now we do Loomis bar like crazy. But some countries, they do Pharmanex products like crazy. In other countries, they do Galvanic Spa like crazy. It doesn't matter. We have so many different product opportunities here. But the cracking the code is important. And you need to crack the code for your business. Okay? You need to crack the code. I cracked the code 23 years ago. The only thing I am really good at, there's only one thing I'm really good at. I'm totally average. I'm totally average. As I said in the beginning, I'm only a couple of years in front of you. Okay? That's why I have this success. I'm totally average. The only thing I brought to the table was one thing. There was a never, never, ever, never, ever, never, never, ever give up. That was the only thing I brought to the table. Because I had hundreds of reasons the first 3, 4, 5 years to give up. But I told myself, Niklas, this is your chance. This is your chance to change. Because I'm coming from parents and grandparents who are hard workers. They had their own businesses, but never money. They never had money. They were happy. They were, you know, my father had a lot of time, but never money. But they had their own businesses. I wanted to change that. And since I was a little boy in Sweden, I've been looking, I've been trying. You know, I could talk to you for an hour of all the things I've been trying before I found Nu Skin, or Nu Skin found me. Hundreds of stupid things. But for me, it was about trying, because I didn't know what to do. I know one thing: I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be in control of my life. I wanted to have this flexibility, which I did have no parents, no grandparents, no friends who had. I had friends who were super successful, but they're working 60, 70 hours a week in an office. I didn't want to do that. It's not for me. I would die in two minutes. But I was looking. And then I saw this. And I said, this is my chance. I was 20, a little bit more than 28 years old when I saw this. I said, this is my chance. This is what I will do the rest of my life. Whatever happens, this is what I will do. So I had a lot of obstacles the first couple of years. Wow. I could talk an hour about everything happened. But I will not, because it's not important for you, but it's important for me to know, because I can be very proud of myself. Okay, I can. It's not very often I say that, but I can be very proud, because very few of you know how it was 23 years ago. Now everything is up and running. You get the products in a couple of days. You know, you get commissions like that. Everything is up and running. The company is amazing. But it was not the case 23 years ago. It was really, really, really in another world. But I'm happy I went through this, because my burning desire, my passion for this is on the top. It will always be. Always be at the top. Because there is no better opportunity out there. Promise you. I've seen so many companies now. A few weeks ago, a few companies came and went bankrupt. I normally say, you know, that we have you have a speedboat and you have an oil tanker. Okay, Nu Skin is an oil tanker, meaning that it goes from Europe to America and it goes, you know, boo, boo, the waves comes, that an oil tanker doesn't care, you know, waves can be pretty high waves. It's made to go through very hard water, very hard wind. So Nu Skin is really an oil tanker, okay? But then we have a lot of speedboats out there. I can mention many, I will not do it by name. There are many speedboats who comes and they steal and they promise everyone to be rich in 2 months, and then comes a little wind, whatever the wind is, and whoosh, disappears. And then speedboats, and then something come up, gone. Luckily, my tennis student invited me for this, to this oil tanker, which, you know, goes and goes and goes and goes. And my ID number, which I have, I can give to my son. So he takes over one day and the oil tanker will go and go and go. Think about that. You're not only building up something for yourself. You can give this as a nice present to your kids one day and say, this is what mommy or daddy built up. Okay? Only that gives me goosebumps. My father was a baker. Had a fantastic bakery and a cafe, and he would deliver to many places in my hometown. And he asked me so many times, Niklas, can't you take over? Can't you take over? You know, I've been working so hard for this bakery. I said, Daddy, I can't really do that. I can't really work 7 days a week, rest of my life, alarm clock on 3 in the morning, going back in the night to prepare for next day. That was what he's doing. I said, Daddy, I'm so proud of you, but I can't do it. It's not for me. And yeah, he sold it. 38 years of hard work. He sold it. Got in pounds around 30,000 pounds, because it was low. It was around 2000. When did he pension? Around 2009, 2010. Very few people had money because of the crisis. So he got 30,000. 15,000 went to the tax directly. Okay, the tax man took half of that. Then he had 15,000 left. And I remember my parents did some kind of work in the summer house, and the money was gone. Okay, so 3 months later, the money was gone. 38 years of hard work. Think about it. You build up something here. Let's say you become a Ruby, a well-paid Ruby. Okay, so let's say you get in pounds, 2,000 pounds. Okay, you have a nice, stable Ruby organization. You have happy end consumers. You have partners, and they have partners, and it's cooking. It's cooking, but good Ruby income. And it comes month after month after month after month. So how many months do you need that kind of income before you get what my father got after 38 years? Not many. Huh? Take a year of a Ruby income. Think about that. 14 months of being a Ruby, having that some kind of income, or 38 years of hard work, 7 days a week. Anyway, it's important to be in the right vehicle, guys. That's what the future is about, being in the right vehicle. Okay. Last slide. Very advanced slides. This blue here is taken. You can't, if you are new, okay? If you're new. If you put someone in the business tomorrow, they can't be involved here, because that's the pioneers in Europe, in UK, wherever you are from. Pioneers have been doing the first square here. But this is what you have to share, okay? And the question is, how big part of this do you want to have? Want the little part, the big part? It's really up to you. It's really up to you. We are hundreds of people here who will help you, coach you, but you need to have the burning desire to decide how much you want to. I already had high goals. I would keep them for myself. My goal was to be one of the top leaders in the world. Amount of executives. That was almost. I put up a percentage, okay, and I've been working towards this percentage. You should do the same. We are, if you are from UK today, we are having, if this is UK, we are around 750,000 points, okay, today, maybe 800,000. And I'm pretty sure that we will be very, very soon a 2 million point country, okay, 2 million, okay? So out of this, let's say 1,400, 1,300, 1,300,000 points, how much do you want to have in your organization? If you put the business hat on, have that little goal, should have a little goal, okay, wherever you live, you should have a little goal and say, for God's sake, I put the business hat on. I want to be aggressive. This is for yourself. You want to be aggressive for yourself and say, I want to have, out of this growth now, I want to have 50% of that or 20%, whatever, and go for it. Go for it. Why I say this to you is that the competitors had $5 billion yearly sales for many, many years. They are much older than us. They are 30 years older than us. And they were a plateau on 5 billion for many, many years. And they didn't know why, but this company stood still. One in, one out, one in, one out, one in, one out. So they had a plateau here. One person were signed in. and this company grows to 8.3 billion. One person. One person took this company from 5. Him alone, his structure went from 5 to 8.3. So 3.3 was his. And I see this is happening right now in different parts of UK and Europe, that someone is cracking the code. And it's maybe you, or maybe one in your team. But the only way to find these people, and this is my last, so you understand, this is a funnel. The only way to find this next generation, maybe it's you, find the next generation legends in this company, is to put a lot of prospects in this funnel. A lot of people in different ways, through the products, through the business, through LumiSpa, through lipsticks, through toothpaste, whatever. You put people in the funnel, and out here comes maybe a lifetime customers to you, and you say, yes. Maybe comes out someone who wants to build a small business, and you say, yes. Or maybe it's a legend who says, this is my opportunity. This is what I will do the rest of my life. I can work day and night. I want this so much. But you need to put a lot of people in the funnel. There's a difference between someone who goes fast and someone who goes slow. It's always amount how many people you put in the funnel. My best people here are giving me referrals. My best partners and customers since many, many years are referrals. Not people I contacted myself. I let someone go through the funnel, and that person says, fantastic opportunity, Niklas. I really love what you're doing, but it's not for me, but you should talk to this person. Other big customers I have are customers I created through the funnel. They are customers, and they give me referrals the whole time, so I get more and more customers. I went in today and said, who is buying for 500? Because I saw my circle group, who's buying for 500 points today? It was a customer in Luxembourg since I had many, many years back. 500 points. Not bad, a Sunday. Sunday is normally a little bit lower. But remember, people need to go through the funnel, and then you have different. And you need to be ready. You need to be ready to teach them and coach them. Okay, that was 45 minutes. I don't want to talk more. I had a few more things. Take that for another time. But I'm excited. You should be excited. You should be excited. It's once a lifetime. Take this very, very serious. Think about, are you interested in this, or are you committed? It's a mindset. It's a mindset. And this week we have the best power week I ever seen online. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the fast start training Saturday. Wow, what a start you can have. What a good finish you can have on this month, and what a good start you can have on next month. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you that you have this opportunity. Remember, there will be millions of people out there very soon looking for an opportunity like this. Millions of people. Millions of people. And for me, I feel that it's my obligation to tell them about this. It should be your obligation. You should be so proud of what you're doing. You should be so proud that you're not afraid to talk to anyone. Because we are absolutely in the right vehicle. We are online. We are in personal care, anti-aging. We are, people don't need to invest. People, they can work from home, they can work from Zoom or whatever people use. We have all these things people are looking for. So think about that. We are so fortunate to be in this business. And sky is the limit. Sky is the limit, guys. Thank you, and I have a fantastic Sunday, and I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you soon. And Tom, are you there? Maybe take over.
Wow, thank you so much. That was amazing energy. Thank you, Niklas. Just what we all needed on a Sunday, the last Sunday of people to start May with a bang.
Wait. I forgot what I have in the freezer. This is what I will drink now. It's cold. It's cold and nice now.
After that training, you deserve it. Enjoy it. Thank you so much for never giving up, because thanks to you, all of us on this call have this amazing opportunity. So thank you so much for having that vision.